Hello people, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. Guys, I hope that you are well. Number 5 in this trust series, and this is a difficult one for me to do because when you are abused or when you have been abused, building trust and maintaining trust is incredibly difficult to do. You ask anybody who is in a toxic relationship and is aware of it, or you ask anybody that has escaped such a relationship and now have got this objective point of view to their benefit, and when they look back and you ask them things about trust, and they will tell you that trust is something that is incredibly difficult to do and maintain in such a relationship. And because of my past being abused by such a toxic individual, doing this whole trust series is really difficult. The only way I can describe it is, it's like acid that just burns away things. And if you're in a toxic relationship, that gaslighting, triangulation, the manipulation, the control is that acid that takes away everything that you are as an individual, your identity, your opinions, your experience, it takes it all away gradually. And now when you out of that relationship and you look back, you realize, wow, things need to change. But because you are no longer you in terms of your identity, at least that's my opinion, that you need to start somewhere. And this is the reason why trust is so important, and especially so difficult now, because here's the thing, you used to trust that other person. Now you're escaped from them. Now when you're looking for some help and advice and support, what's the first thing that needs to take place? You need to trust someone that they are actually going to do what they actually say they're going to do. And what I found is there's a big massive filter in your brain that says, no, I'm not having it. I can't deal with this. And you automatically put people in this category where it is you're untrustworthy. Not because they are, but because of your own personal experience when you've escaped, particularly when you've escaped a toxic relationship. Try it. You will find out. Ask people and you will see. This one that I'm talking about today is simply what I've just said. It is the process of relearning or learning how to express your feelings and your emotions in a functional and a constructive manner. Learning to try and bypass that filter that says you're untrustworthy. And how the heck do you do it? I don't know, is the honest answer. Because I'm in that process myself where it's the only people who I trust are the people who I've had long relationships with. And here I'm referring to people like my parents. They've known me all my life. I'm referring to people like Lara, who I've known for over 3 decades. So I trust her. A couple of other people who I've known for at least 2 decades, albeit that I don't trust them 100%, but I don't trust them that little that I don't ask for their opinion. They are in the 60-70% kind of bracket as far as trust is concerned. And some of these folks are really good people. They are really helpful and really supportive. But there's always that bit that says, I'm not so sure whether I can trust you to the fullest extent. Now, I suppose the more you learn how to trust these folks, the more they increase the trustworthiness criteria. At least that's my experience. So, how do you learn to or relearn how to express your feelings and emotions in a functional way? Well, you've got to start. And my opinion is you've got to start by finding one person. Maybe it's a friend that you've known for 3, 4, 5, 10 years. And they are aware, maybe they're not aware of what's going on. And by saying a little thing that is nothing major, and the reaction that you get back will guide you in terms of whether you could continue that or whether you can't. But it's one thing expressing your feelings. That's easy to do. I am cheesed off. I am crazily mad. I'm really happy. That's easy to say. You just say it. Here's the problem. At least this is my experience with this problem. Number one is, how do you know what you're feeling when you've been emotionally completely destroyed? How would you know what you're feeling? It's an interesting one. Maybe you have to use recall to say 20 years, 30 years, 10 years. When something similar like this happened, I used to feel like this. That's what I've had to do. And then it's saying it. I'm non-fussed. Or when you are crazily in rage and the best you can muster is, I'm upset. Or you are ecstatic because something really good and fruitful has happened in your life and you go, yeah, it's okay. My friend, that's a start. And as you learn to identify your feelings and your physical sensations in your body and in your mind and your heart, I'll go even as far as to say that, then hopefully that bridge will be rebuilt where the expression of the heartfelt, body-felt, mind-felt emotion and feeling connects and it resonates and it's accurate and you have opportunity to express it. Very difficult to say I'm feeling cheesed off. I'll go as far to say, pardon the French, pissed off, when you are actually in rage. It's interesting how I found, and you might find the same, that the identification of the feeling, the identification of that emotion is very, very difficult. Now, here's the other side of the problem. When your body is so full of cortisol and adrenaline, and it is accompanied by this acid that gradually erodes you, and you've learned over a period of time that your opinion doesn't matter, now you are out of that, but you might have 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years of this you and your opinion don't matter. You've now broken out of that, and if you have, well done. Now you want to start building your life, so you now need to start expressing things, knowing you don't matter. How do you do that? Again, I don't know. Because now you've got to take the stance of, I've been programmed to believe that I don't matter. And now I'm talking to someone who says, I do matter. How does that bypass that filter in your mind? How does that give you confidence to say, I wonder if you're going to take that information and use that against me, because for the last X amount of years, that's exactly what's happened. And how do I identify this heartfelt, body felt, mind felt emotion and feeling, and I know how to identify it, and I have the confidence to say it, trusting that it will be heard and that message will land, make sense, is understood, and you get the result in terms of a response that meets you right where you are at. These are huge, massive trust steps you have to do inside first, before you can even dare express it to a third party. So, what am I saying all of here? Learning to express your feelings and your emotions practically, functionally, is very difficult. Because you've got to go against absolutely everything of your programming in that relationship. You've got to break it down completely. And then you've got to take those bricks and the sand that you've now gained from breaking these protective walls from, take the programming, take the language, and now you have to reprogram yourself. That's not easy. In fact, I'll go as far as to say that that is incredibly difficult to do. And I've said before on this channel, it is vitally important to find that one or maybe those two people that you know from a long relationship, that long experience that you have with them, where it's been fruitful, where you have the opportunity to say, do you mind if I just run something by you? If you still have a fraction of trust left in people, and that person says, oh, by the way, and their opinion comes across, and you have the ability to say, I will take that on board and I will run with this. Well done and good luck. And I'm really pleased if you are in that situation. Now, I'm going to encourage you to find that one person. If you can find two, count yourself as fortunate. And then fractionally, microscopically, start expressing things and observe with a critical mindset to say, we will try and work this thing out together. Which is tomorrow's video, by the way. But my friend, we have to make a start. And my encouragement to you is start small and then gradually increase the freedom of being able to say how you feel and the reasons why you feel it. What you think and the reasons why you think it. That's all I want to say to you at this particular point in time. For now, after you've done all the YouTube admin, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. I'll speak to you soon.